Hi everyone, this is a quick light language healing and transmission around the energies of the 222. It's a portal, it's a gateway, it's a station we tune to. It's about unity. You can see it as soul connections as well, but it's also about manifestation, master manifestation. And so I've had some energies coming through since Friday, which was a 2 vibration, as it was 2 for 20, 2 which is 11, 1 and 1, November, and then 2020, which was 2-2, so it was a 2-2-2-2, which you could also see as an 8. It's an 8, an infinity, and abundance. So it's very much about connecting into higher manifestation energies, higher creative forces, and connecting into the abundance matrix. And so there's been quite a bit coming through. I was shown very clearly the next steps on my path. I often get information just comes in when I'm sitting having a coffee or something, and I get visions and get information and channel comes through, and then the desire was put in my heart to act on it, the inspiration. So for example, I was guided to buy 6 sets of new cards, which is interesting because I don't usually use cards. The channel comes in and I get a lot of information, but they show me in visions, or they show me words on books and things like that, and that's and I have the knowing directly into my crown. But more and more the cards have been coming in, and so I'm gathering that that there are some other useful cards that are going to be very useful for the messages coming in, as a visual aid for people watching the videos, but also just to help clearly bring the message through that wants to be relayed. So the reason I'm telling you this is because the message that wants to be relayed today is about the manifestation process. It is about connecting to the higher aspects of self. It is about living your soul's purpose and how to bring that into manifestation in the world. And it is about how you follow those signposts to get there. And the little bit of light language healing we're going to do is to help facilitate that, to help connect you to the abundance matrix, and to help you bring that into reality. So I find it interesting also that I wasn't guided to actually do this transmission, though it started coming in on Friday on the 2-2-2-2, because today is of course the 22nd, so it's 2-2-2-2, which is like a mirror reflection. So it's like the 2 in the middle is almost the pivot point of the 22 on either side of it, which is the master builder. 22 is the master builder, the manifester. And it's also a number of twin flame soul connections who come in 2 bodies with one unified purpose as part of the ascension process. So I did buy some cards, and I had to wait for those to come through. And of course they're very beautiful cards that have illustrated the point really well. So just also going back to the numbers, we've got 2-2-2-2-2, which is 10. So we've got 4 and 4 is 8, and 2 is 10. So we've got a 10 overall number, and 10 is both the completion of a process, and it's also number 1, which is the start of the next process. So it's also informing us of a turning point, and as I said, like a portal, a gateway, aligned to the 222. So here is the reading. So the first card that comes up is the Llama. It's about setting clear boundaries and enforcing them, and it's connected with Archangel Chamuel. So I love that they are a love heart shape, and they're about boundaries. They also remind me of that soul purpose line that comes down the center of the relationship, and the gold is the Christ light, the Christed heart, the elevated heart, the cosmic heart. So Lamas are all about unconditional love, healing. They're very loyal, they're very generous, they're very loving, and they're healing creatures. And they also have very clear boundaries. So they will give and love unconditionally. However, they won't overburden themselves. They won't take on more than they can handle. And this is really important. Boundaries have been coming up a lot. Have been over the whole of November. There's been a lot going on about boundaries, and I find that interesting because November is 11, 1, 1, 2 individuals together, and for any co-creation or cooperative connection, there needs to be clear boundaries. He's also talking about the fact that we're all connected, and through our hearts and our minds. So we can, whatever we intend, or whatever boundaries we are clear within ourselves about, is naturally communicated to others energetically. They can feel those boundaries, and if you're clear on your boundaries and aligned with them, and you adhere to them yourself, that you don't have trauma around your boundaries, then other people adhere to that. And if they ever push them and you let up with your boundaries, it's showing you where you've got traumas, or insecurities or patternings that you need to work within yourself, because you should be able to be true to yourself and also give the right amount to others. Whatever is in your highest good is actually in the highest good of others. To compromise your own boundaries is for someone else is not actually in their highest good either. So it's about, when you are faced with this feeling that you are going to compromise your own boundaries, really standing strong in that, looking at it, clearing it, and standing strong in your own boundaries. And you know, that then is giving a very clear signal to everyone around you and to the universe that you are looking after yourself as part of a unity with everyone else. Isha sakataka chokoko sotokobata chakapasatakata isakataka boko choko sotokobata chipataka satapakatako akachiko sotokoko toko sotopata chakasataka takasatokoboko ichasakapataka boko koko toko chobosakataka baka takachoboko isachasakapataka toko choko sotokopotoko asachakapasataka popo kochobosakataka boko chobosakataka poto isakataka chaka asatakaboto kopo okostokoboto cho okotosaka pataka isacha sakapataka ko toko potoko choboso kotoko kosoto poko isacha sakapatoko o otoko o oso otopoko to o. Just wanted to show you also, these cards are lovely. They're from Diana Cooper, the Archangel Animal Oracle Card Guidebook, and it talks about the origins of the animals, like whether they're from the Pleiades, whether they're fifth dimensional, what their soul purpose is, what their purpose is on the earth as well in their 3D form, and I love the sacred geometry, kind of light language kind of illustrations, and the angelic connections. They're really beautiful cards. So the next card is the Kingfisher, about being patient and focused. They're really connected to the water, and the light codes of love in the water. And though both the llama and the ladybird are fifth dimensional, the Kingfisher is third dimensional. However, so he in the middle here is about how we function at the 3D level, at the day-to-day level. And so he's about manifestation, says be patient and focused, because what he does is he connects to his desire, and our desire is coming from higher levels. Well, we do have desires in the 3D level, the ego level, but this is not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the inspiration that comes in as desire from your soul. So he's picking it up at that point where we've got the desire, we've got the divine inspiration, and he is making it happen in the real world. So he's connected to love, and because of his connection to the water. And as he's connected to that love, that elevates him higher, which enables the energy to come in and manifest the desire into reality. So he holds that higher love, that open heart, that higher desire, and expects it to show up. So he expects a fish to just show up. And the fact that he expects that whilst holding his heart open brings the fish, attracts the fish to him, like the law of attraction. And then the next step, of course, is that he takes the action and catches the fish. But the mechanism is about holding the higher inspiration with the open heart, connecting to the cosmic heart, like the llamas, which elevates you to the level of being able to manifest. It elevates you to the abundance matrix rather than the lack matrix. And then knowing that your desire is going to appear in reality, and as it does, taking it, acting on it, following it, waiting for the timing, just waiting for the timing. And then when it appears, bang, grab it. The patience is enabled because the knowing that your desire is fulfilled is actually there. So there is no rush, and there's no panic, and there's no fear. You're not dropping into a fear or a lack mentality. You're in the abundance mentality. When you're in the abundance mentality, you're patient. And when you're focused on what you want because you know it's going to happen, you're not distracted by all the other distractions, then you can really see when it shows up in the world, because you're not distracted. You're aware, yes. So then the next step is the ladybird. Accept happiness and good fortune. So this is about when it shows up and you grab it, receive it. Receive it. Open your heart, let it in, take it, enjoy it, be grateful for it. It's also about being grateful for everything you've already got. I love how this is an unfurling fern frond, which is creation. This is, the young fern, and it's got spirals upon spirals. So it's like lots and lots of Fibonacci spirals, and Fibonacci spirals are the sacred geometry of all creation. And so they're like in the golden ratio, which is the creation, the divine being manifest into physical reality. And this riding on the dandelion pods is, the dandelion seeds are very much about symbolic of wishes being fulfilled. So you blow on them, make a wish, and they go off and they fly where the divine carries them to germinate and seed in the exact right place. So it's really trusting that your desires, the seeds that you're growing, are going to manifest in the right places at the right time, and receiving them when they do. So yeah, it reminds me of also like the adamantine particles. So the God creative force particles that come into, you have your mental and emotional seeds that you plant, and then it's when the adamantine particles come into them that they manifest in reality. And this is something we do with our intention and with our open heart, connected to our soul and to our divine purpose, is what brings those particles in to manifestation. Ikacha sakata koko sotokoto chopo sokataka tacha kasataka popo sotoko chopo kataka sataka papataka taka satoko popo isacha sakapata kopo to kopo toko chopo sotoko poko isacha sakapata kopo poko toko popo toko cho isataka taka cho sokoto taka satapaka toko chopo kotopo isacha sakapata popo osotoko oko osotoko o. So it's just a real opening of the crown there to really help you connect to those creative forces and to your soul mission, and clearing through the lower back as the energy comes in through your cerebrospinal fluid, circulates through your brain and spine and into your nervous system. Also wanted to express that ladybirds always remind me of a beautiful movie called Under the Tuscan Sun, about a woman who finds herself on her own and starts all over again, and she gets all these signs all along the way, and one of the signs is being covered in ladybirds, which is when you've made a wish, and then as that wish comes back to you and comes true, like the infinity loop coming out as you make the wish and then it coming back into you, the ladybirds appear all over the body, and it's like symbol of your manifestation being received. So it's very much about knowing that you deserve to receive the manifestations that are coming from your higher desire through your open heart. Isaka choko tokopo toko etakacha aka otokopo o isaka chokopo o asatako o kotoko chopo sokotokopo isacha sakapa topo o ata akocho asatakapoko o itachakapa a poko o. All these cards are all about connecting through to divine love, cosmic love, unconditional love in your heart, having clear boundaries, having patience and focus and gratitude and receptivity. Isaka choko o tokopoto achakapoto o achakapoto o I achakapata o achakapata o asakataka o achakapoto o isaka chapo o ichakapasa o achakapa o itaka a o ata o a. So that is it today, just a short one. Hope you receive those blessings. Hang on a minute, there was another thing about this. All these two cards, the Kingfisher and the Ladybird, are also about when you align to the higher guidance, the higher love, the higher soul mission. It opens an opportunity. It opens opportunities in the real world for you. And both of these two cards are about blessings and opportunities coming in now. And I feel that I just need to mention that in relation to the current 2-2 portal and the numerology of the connecting to the abundance matrix on Friday, and to the completion of the old and the beginning of the new today, all connected to the 2-2-2 Isakacha okoto, or they're showing me this fish carrying an adamantine particle, I'm being told. So the opportunity coming along, just like the fish came along when the kingfisher expected it. Isa'a atakapo o achakapo o ataka o. Okay. So hope you can receive those opportunities and those blessings and watch them manifest in reality in the most perfect and abundant way. Blessings. Take care.